Thank you. I'm Joel Berg. I'm professor and chair of the Department of Pediatric Dentistry at the University of Washington in Seattle, Washington. Prior to my current position, I worked for 9 years in the dental industry. Based on all available research, the APD supports the continued use of dental amalgam as an important treatment option. I thank you for the opportunity to present these comments, and I would be pleased to answer any questions.
Yes, Mike Dorson. Thank you very much. I do have one question. Has your society or this one symposium you had where you had lots of scholarly papers, have they characterized the exposure to mercury from not only subsequent to putting the amalgam in, but also during the amalgam's placement?
Well, no, we have not. We based it on the available scientific literature that was presented as part of that symposium. It was presented as part of the written comments, but it did not characterize the different amounts at different time periods.
Mike Dorson, a question I have to you regarding the range of distribution of mercury intake. You say it's between 1 and 5 micrograms per day. Since 1997, has anybody done studies to better characterize that range, perhaps the full distribution, or at least give us some probabilistic understanding of those numbers, please?
I would love to be able to answer that question.
Yes, Dr. Goldman.
Yeah, Dr. Kennedy, I also find a bit mysterious is why it is they were focused on the fillings in children and the levels and the effects on children and not on the fetus.
With regard to sensitive populations, and in particular fetal exposures, both agencies would have used the information, and again, I'm just reporting information that was previously derived, and I can help us find that information if you'd like in more detail.
Members of the panel, thank you on behalf of the American Dental Association for allowing us to provide these comments today. I'm Dr. Ronald Zentz, a dentist and a pharmacist by training and Senior Director of the ADA Council on Scientific Affairs.
Mike Dorson, has the ADA ever characterized the exposure to its patients from dental amalgams in a probabilistic sense?
Regarding the overall exposure?
Right, means, averages, standard deviations.
My understanding is that the component from dental amalgam is a lower component of the overall mercury exposure. Also, elemental mercury versus methyl mercury, which is the major concern.
Dr. Goldman.
Yes, I have one comment first, and that is that I think I'd love to see a copy of the chart and the fact sheet, and a question, and that is whether the ADA surveys its members about the use of different kinds of fillings, and whether you have data that you gather on that.
We do refer them to the FDA from the standpoint of their surveillance activities. We don't have a full registry by product related to adverse events, though.